heritage state according to expert later on Indonesia and Myanmar built Buddhist monument following the descent of Somapura Mahavira Salban Bihar at Myanmar
Mainamoti.
Moinamoti and recently discovered monument in Bikrampur, an important addition to the agriculture history of Bangladesh.
Architectural history of Bangladesh. Okay, thank you. 179. You have some pronunciation problems, so you will read more and more at home. You are the students of you all the students of English version, so you have to read English more and more. Okay, and you have to read nicely because you are the students of English version, not Bangla version.
Miss, can I read the next para?
But at first, I want to underline some important line for MCQ question. Then next para. The architecture, everybody look here. Brick built building has been found in Wadi Boteshwar and Pundranagar. Brick built building, that means ইটের তৈরি building. Brick built building has been found has been found in Wadi Boteshwar and Pundranagar. The architecture of Bangladesh, this type of building of Bangladesh has thrived, has established during Pala reign. When the architecture of Bangladesh has thrived, when the architecture of Bangladesh has thrived during Pala reign. So in our country, 192. In our country, when Pala reign was spreaded in our country, then the architecture of Bangladesh has thrived here, has established here during the Pala reign. There is a saying that Dharmapala alone built 50 Buddhist vihara. So who built 50 Buddhist vihara? Dharmapala. The Pala ruler Dharmapala alone built 50 Buddhist vihara. So Buddhist vihara that are known as ashram. The Buddhist students studied there. Dharmapala alone built 50 Buddhist viharas. His immortal monument, the Sompura Mahavihara at Nauga district. Where is Sompura Mahavihara situated? At Nauga district. When was built? Was built in 8th and 9th century. Underline, very important information for MCQ. Whose immortal monument, Sompura Mahavihara? Dharmapala's. His immortal monument, Sompura Mahavihara. So Dharmapala established Sompura Mahavihara at Nauga district in the 8th and 9th century. The Sompura Mahavihara, the largest Buddhist vihara of the world. So what is the largest Buddhist vihara of the world? Sompura Mahavihara, the largest Buddhist vihara of the world, has been placed in the list of World Heritage Site. According to experts, later on, Indonesia and Myanmar built Buddhist monument following the design of the Sompura Mahavihara. So Indonesia and Myanmar follow the design of Sompura Mahavihara. Shalban Bihar at Mainamoti and recently discovered monument in Bikrampur are important addition to the architectural history of Bangladesh. So everybody underline this line, very important. Have you finished? Have you finished your underlining?
Yes, miss.
No, miss.
Yes,
Okay,
miss.
okay, very good. So those who are late, you can underline. Very, very important. The architecture of Bangladesh has thrived in Bangladesh during the Pala reign. And the Pala ruler Dharmapala alone built 50 Buddhist vihara. And this vihara, known as ashram, the Buddhist students studied there. And the immortal monument of Dharmapala is Shompura Mahavihara, and it is situated at Nauga district and was built in 8th and 9th century. And it was the largest Buddhist vihara of the world, Shompura Mahavihara. It is the largest Buddhist vihara of the world. And which country follow the design of the Shompura Mahavihara? Indonesia and Myanmar. Indonesia and Myanmar follow the design of the Shompura Mahavihara. And Shalbon Mahavihara, and where is Shalbon Mahavihara situated? Shalbon Mahavihara at Moinamoti. Hundred 182. Okay, now go to the next topic, 168. Read about sculpture and statue industry. Hundred 68. Hundred 68. Can you hear me?
Hello, miss.
Yes,
Miss,
read.
এই যে next প্যারাটা না?
Yes,
Sculpture.
sculpture and statue industry.
Okay, miss.
State found
Okay. The materially এটা কি বলেছে? The materially
the sculpture, sculptures.
Who is reading? Who is
The
reading?
metallic sculpture of a statue found in Wari Boteshwar, Mahastangarh, Paharpur, Mainamati, and other places bear testimony to the development of the industry. In accordance with the Gupta sculpture, Pala sculptors introduced a new dimension in this art, which is known as Pala sculpture. The sculpture of Bangladesh took its place in the Indian sculpture Agura, two renowned sculpture of the Pala era, Dhiman and Bitpal, achieved much fame. The greatest artist of the Sena era was Shulpani. Miss, Art of Painting ওকে পড়বো?
No, no need. Okay, thank you. 168. And follow.
Miss, can I read?
Miss, can I read?
Wait. At first, I want to underline some lines, and you will follow me. The sculpture and statue industry of ancient Bangladesh. The metallic sculpture and statue found in Wari Boteshwar, Mohastangarh, Paharpur, Mainamati, and other places bear testimony to the development of this industry. So, in the ancient time in Bangladesh, we have found some metallic sculpture. At Wari Boteshwar, Mohastangarh, Paharpur, and Mainamati, we have got some metallic sculpture and statue. And this thing bear the testimony. This thing express the testimony of the development of this industry. So the sculpture and statue industry was developed in the ancient time. We have got some testimony. In accordance with the Gupta sculpture got a new shape in the Pala era. When sculpture got a new shape, in the Pala era. Who is making sound, boys? Who is making? Please keep quiet. Sculpture got a new shape in the Pala era. It has been named Pala School of Sculptural Art. The sculpture of Bangladesh took its place in the All India Sculpture Agora. So the sculpture of Bangladesh was very improved, and it took place in the All India Sculpture Agora. Two renowned sculptures of the Pala era, Bhimen and Bikpal, achieved much fame. So they are very famous. They are renowned means famous sculptures of the Pala era, Dhiman and Bikpal. The greatest artist of the Sena era was Shulpani. Shulpani was the greatest artist of the Sena era. Dhiman and Bikpal was famous sculptors of Pala era, and Shulpani was greatest artist of the Sena era. Okay, now art of painting. Rule 180. Read
Page
this.
100.
180. Art of
Yes.
painting. Art of painting. Read.
Art of painting. In manuscripts of Buddhism, the shape of Buddhist gods and goddesses was manifested by pictures. 24 painted Buddhist manuscripts of 10th to 12th century have been discovered so far. The quality of pictures of the manuscript named Praga Paramita and Ostosahorisa, etc. prove the development of art of painting later on in the 14th century. In the influence of Pala painting was noticed in Nepalese and Tibetan art. In recently discovered 2,500 years old Yuri
Wari Bhattacharya city.
Bhattacharya city use of painting has been found in clay pot, less costly stone heads, beads and glass beads. It's
Thank you.
finished.
Rule 180. Thank you. And underline some line for MCQ. In the manuscript of Buddhism, manuscript, that means the Bangla meaning is Panduliti. In the manuscripts of Buddhism, the shape of Buddhist gods and goddesses was expressed by picture. So in the manuscript of Buddhism, the shape of Buddhist gods and goddesses was manifested by picture. The shape of Buddhist god and goddess was manifested by pictures. 24 painted Buddhist manuscripts of the 10th to 12th century has been discovered so far. The quality of pictures of the manuscripts named Pragya Paramita. The quality of pictures of the manuscripts named what? Named Pragya Paramita Rashtra Sahasrika. Prove the development of art of painting. Later on, in the 14th century, the influence of Pala painting was noticed in Nepalese and Tibetan art. In the 14th century, the influence of Pala painting was noticed in Nepalese and Tibetan art. In recently discovered 2,500-year-old Wari Bhattacharya city, use of painting has been found in clay pot, less costly stone beads and glass beads. So in recent we have found some example of Wari Bhattacharya like clay pot, less costly stone beads and glass beads we have found. So lesson 7 important for MCQ question. Lesson 7 important for MCQ question. Now lesson 8. Page number 9. Everybody go to the page
Miss,
number
can
9.
you take up for a while?
Please, can I read? Please, can I read?
Lesson
Miss,
8.
can I read? Miss, can I read?
Can you take up?
Miss, please, miss, can
I
I read?
didn't underline.
Just wait, boys, wait. So now we will start lesson 8. Lesson 8 is about glories of Bangladesh. language, literature, and education. So in this lesson, we will know the language of the ancient Bangladesh, literature of ancient Bangladesh, and education of ancient Bangladesh.
Can I read, please?
Miss, can I read?
Miss Abhijit. Miss.
I will call you, guys. I will call you. Wait. The first topic is language and literature. Roll 169.
Yes, Miss.
I mean, read about language and literature.
Language and literature. A, a carved stone script has been discovered at Miss it কি লেখছে discovered এর পরে?
Mahasangar.
At Mohasnagar
The time of the script written in Brahmi letter in the 3rd century BC.
the time of the script written in
Brahmi letter.
Brahmi letters is the 3rd country's BC.
Century BC.
3rd century BC. They had carved pots as well in the decreased.
Okay, thank you. 169, thank you.
Miss, roll 80. 180. Sorry.
Wait.
Wait.
Language and literature. A carved stone script. A carved means a marked or designable. A marked. A carved stone script has been discovered at Mahasangar. The time of the script written in Brahmi letters in the 3rd century BC. So we have got a carved stone script, and that was written in Brahmi letters in 3rd century BC. The ruler of Pala and Shena era themselves were scholars. They were educated. The ruler of Pala and Shena era were educated and practiced literature. And they had court poets as well. So the ruler of Pala and Shena era used to listen poem because they had court poets. The ruler of Pala and Shena era were scholars, were educated, wise, and practiced literature. The ruler of the Pala and Shena era practiced literature. They were educated and they had court poets. Roll 197, start from here. In the description of the copper plate,
Yes, Miss.
197, start from here. In the description of the copper plate,
In the description of the copper plate of Pala era, clear evidence of good quality poetic composition and practice of Sanskrit language is found in the portion named Praise Proshoti. Ramachar, huh? Yes, miss?
Proshoti.
Oh, Proshoti. Ramacharya composed by the poet Sandhakar Nandi is a famous poetic achievement of the Pala era. Another literary work of the Pala era is Karyapada. Korjapada is recognized as an ancient emblem of Bangla language.
Okay, thank you. 100. Thank you.
100.
The words are hard. Ancient word. In the description of the copper plate of Pala era, clear evidence, clear proof of good quality poetic composition and practice of Sanskrit language is found in the portion named praise, Proshasti. So in the description of the copper plate of the Pala era, we have found the practice of Sanskrit language. In the ancient time, people practiced Sanskrit language, and that name was Proshasti. Ramcharit composed by the poet Sandhakar Nandi is a famous poetic achievement of the Pala era. Everybody underline this line. Ramcharit composed by whom? Ramcharit composed by Sandhakar Nandi, and it is the great achievement of the Pala era. Another literary work of the Pala era is Charjapat. Charjapat is recognized as an ancient emblem. Ancient emblem means ancient symbol of Bangla literature. So Charjapat is the ancient symbol of Bangla literature.
Miss Bangla language.
Bangla language, yes. Charjapat, it is the ancient emblem of Bangla language. Ancient symbol of Bangla language. Shenaki. Now the next topic is Shenaki. Roll 200. Roll 200. 156. Okay, 156. Read from here. The Shena king alongside. 156. Start to read.
Okay, Miss. The Shena kings alongside expanding kingdom practiced and even composed literature. They encouraged the scholars to compose literature. Two books named Dan Shagor and Edward Shagor were composed by Balal Shena. Lakshman Shena was a scholar and a poet. He completed Edward Shagor, which was left incomplete by his father. In the court of Shena rulers, there was a gathering of scholars, intellectuals, and poets. Get Gobindu by Joydev and Pavan Dut by Kobindra Doari are immortal literary workers. Towards the end of Shena era, Sridhar Das collected orally composed poems and named it Shaduruk Tikar Namrita.
Okay, thank you. 156. Thank you.
Miss, next me.
Okay, wait.
Can I read?
Wait. Okay, listen and underline. The Shena kings, alongside expanding kingdom, practiced and even composed literature. So the Shena king expanding their kingdom, and in that time they were practiced and composed literature. They encouraged the scholars to compose literature. The Shena king encouraged the educated person to compose literature. Two books named Dhan Shagor and Adbhut Shagor are composed by Ballal Sen. Who composed Dhan Shagor and Adbhut Shagor? Ballal Sen. Lakshman Sen was a scholar and a poet. He composed Adbhut Shagor, which was left incomplete by his father. So Adbhut Shagor was incomplete, and this literature complete by Dhansagar and Adbhut Sagar composed by Galal Sen, but Adbhut Sagar was incomplete and it was completed by Lakshman Sen. In the court of Sena rulers, there was the gathering of scholars, intellectuals, and poets. Geet Gobindo by Jaydev and Pabandut by Kobindra Tiwari are immortal literary work. So, two books name here: Geet Gobindo, Jaydev, and Pabandut, whose immortal literary work Pabandut by Kobindra Tiwari. Towards the end of Sena era, Sridhar Das collected orally composed poems and named it Shadukti Karnamrita. So, Sridhar Das collected the orally composed poem. In that time, people composed some poems orally, and Sridhar Das collected that poem and named it Shadukti Karnamrita. So, underline boys.
Miss, can I read?
Miss, can I read?
Yes, I have said.
Education.
Can I read?
Okay. Now, education and start to read.
Miss,
161.
Okay, Miss.
মিস আপনার কথা আটকে আটকে
Underlining. Have you completed the underlining?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Miss, shall I read? Oh.
And 61.
Yes, Miss.
Read. Education.
Yes, education. The education of Bangladesh before the Pala era cannot be known much about. However, seeing the spread of education in the Pala era, it can be attributed that education spread in the Maurya and Gupta era as well. Each Vajra was an education institute, especially the Buddhist students studied there. Here the teachers were called Acharya or Bhikshu, while the students were called Sharmona. In the Vaira, there was arrangement for accommodations of the students like today's like today's
Residential.
residential universities. In the ancient Bangla, there were three types of primary school for the Hindus, such as
Guru Videha.
গুরুগৃহ, চতুষ্পাঠী, পাঠশালা।
the students of kings, ministers, and archers family took the
Aristocrat family. Aristocrat family, that means rich family.
took the
Privilege of Gurugriha.
Guru's Bingo. Guru I.E. Ibrahim hermit lived in the forest making a hunt. Lanas were left in the forest with him.